All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage. And today we're going to talk a little bit about an eBay scam. Somebody tried to scam us on eBay.
They did. They committed, technically, isn't that mail fraud?
Probably. I don't know, but we'll talk a little bit about that and kind of how that played. It wasn't on a cheap item either.
No.
So there are some bad buyers on eBay. And we'll get into that. We have a few other topics to talk about too. But as usual, we have some things that sold that need to go out. So what's the first of those?
We sold a Barbie. Actually, it's not a Barbie. It's a Mycene doll. We sold a Mycene Spring Break Madison doll with all kinds of accessories.
That's that one right there.
She's not naked.
No, but she ain't modest either. She's a bit of a hoochie.
Most of those dolls are. They're not like Barbie. Like Barbie used to wear like appropriate clothing and dresses, and now they just make them skanky.
Leopard print and Daisy Dukes. Yeah.
She sold for $32.49.
She wouldn't have made it at our house. We had a rule for our daughters. Your shorts had to at least go down past your fingertips.
And you can't show your belly.
Does that make us sound bad? Are we Mormon? We don't know.
No,
but that was the rule.
We're far from Mormon. The next item. This is the second time it's going out.
Oh yeah, this is a return.
It is. Somebody bought it, and he got it at a discount first. It is a watch. It is a vintage Seiko gold tone quartz watch. It does need a battery.
Yep, it's a small lady's watch.
It is. But it went out, and I put it back up, and it sold within like 5 days.
Yeah, it didn't stick around long. I'm not sure why he said he returned it, other than he just didn't like it.
I think it was just because he didn't like it. But I did make sure that it wasn't the same buyer that bought it the second time to ship it out. So
that watch went out. What'd that go out for?
$19.99 free shipping.
Okay, so before we get into the whole fraud thing, we actually, the way you contact eBay, the Facebook page for eBay Business or whatever.
eBay for Business used to be.
Isn't that going away?
It did go away. So now not everybody knows that you can't go to the eBay for Business Facebook page. It doesn't exist anymore. They consolidated it into the eBay Facebook profile or Facebook page. I don't know what you want to call it. Completely. So there is no more eBay for Business. You just have to message them on eBay's Facebook page.
Yep. Once upon a time, if we had trouble or we had a review that was unjust that we wanted removed, or we had an issue like fraud that we needed to contact eBay, we would always just go to eBay for Business Facebook.
Yep.
And message them, and they would get a hold of us, and it was really easy. But now when this all went down, we didn't have that option, so we had to try and figure out how to get a hold of eBay.
We did. So I did initially message the eBay Facebook page, but somebody told me that takes a long time. So I wasn't willing to wait. So I went online to eBay's website, and I tried to figure out how. Everybody keeps saying eBay can call you.
Yeah, they'll call you back.
But I didn't know how.
I didn't either. We had to figure it out. So we figured we'd share that with you. We did figure it out. It's not that hard.
Yep. You go and find help and, what is it called? Help and contact.
At the top of if you go to your eBay homepage, it's right at the very top left corner. Well, your name's up there, but right up in that section, it's up there.
Yep. And then you click on that, and it gives you options to, what are you assisting? And there's an option to contact us. And then you pick what you're contacting them about. And then up on the left-hand corner, there's an option now. Once you pick what you're wanting to contact them for, to have us call you. You can chat with them, or you can email them.
Yep. So very intuitive. Go to help and support.
Yep.
Like it's really not that hard.
No.
But it did take us a minute to figure it out. So we figured we would share that with you because it is different than how we used to do it.
Yep. But the one thing is once I did the call me, it was seriously like, oh my gosh, it was less than a minute and they called.
Yeah, they've always called back pretty quick when you requested a call. It's always been pretty quick, but this was no exception. I mean, they changed the way they do it a little bit, or they changed the way we did it for sure, because we would always go through Facebook. But the callback was really quick. It was super easy. It was.
Like I said, they said 2-minute wait time, and they called back in 30 seconds.
Yep.
So if you're needing to get a hold of eBay, you can do one of the two options. You can either go online and find their contact me, or you can go on eBay's Facebook page, and they will you can message them on there too.
Oh, eBay's Facebook.
eBay's Facebook.
Yeah, no longer eBay for business.
No,
I was like, we just said that was gone.
It's just straight up eBay's Facebook page.
Okay. All right, so let's look at what sold next.
We sold some pants. I regretted buying these as soon as I bought them. Do you remember where we bought these?
No.
Remember the garage sale that was outside, like over by the lake over here?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was like a year ago I
Yep.
had these. But I bought them. I paid $10 for them.
Looks like it says emo. What does that say?
It said it's GWG.
GWG. So not emo.
No, it's, and I'm going to say this not the way it should be, but it's girls with pew-pews.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it is girls with pew-pews, gray and green, camo, lightweight pants.
Yeah. Pew-pews, not pew-pew. I guess it could be either. Could be both.
I'm dying. Okay, so those ones sold. I did take an offer on them just because I wanted them gone. They sold for $37 plus shipping.
So they didn't sell bad, but they were here for a whole year.
Yeah, and I paid $10 for them. The next thing that sold, I know I've talked about them before, but we bought them in Vegas, and I hemmed and hawed about whether to buy them or not, and I did, and we've done fabulous on them.
These little pewter figures.
They are. This one is a 1981 Franklin Mint Royal Marine 1805 soldier figure.
Yep. I thought he was like missing a sword or something, but he's actually just pointing. So bird watching or something.
No, he said,
That's him there, though.
ahead. I don't know what he's saying. But
I thought I saw a plane. So what did he go for?
he sold for $15 plus shipping.
Yep. All
Most
right.
of them have been $19 to $20, but now that we're getting low on them, I have been taking offers on them.
All right. So we were almost, I guess we were kind of a victim of return fraud.
Yes.
We shipped out, I don't know if you remember, quite a while back, we got a whole set plus editions of encyclopedias. Heavy. Like the box to ship this set of encyclopedias, we got them for free, and we sold them for, I think, over $100.
I'm
or
pulling
right
it up real
close
quick.
to that. Anyway, that's not super important, but it was a higher price sale, and we
sold-
boxed them up.
We sold them for $72.50
$72.
because I took an offer
Okay.
on them just to get them gone.
And they were free to us, so it was a good
Yes.
sale. But the box was like 60 pounds. Like, it was heavy.
It was.
So we boxed them up as good as we could. We made sure they were secure in there, and we shipped them off. And we were super happy we made a good sale. But from the moment this guy received the package, it turned into a problem.
It did. So I got a message from him saying that he received them, but the box was damaged, and so he would like to return them.
Which is, one, your heart kind of sinks because it's a 60-pound package. It's expensive to go there and back.
Yes.
But he was, I guess for lack of a better term, he was being kind of an asshat from the go, because he didn't know if they were damaged, and he refused to open the box.
He did.
He saw damage on the outside of the box, so he just flat out refused. He said, I'm not opening this. I'm not even going to look inside. I just want to return. So we actually made him go through some hoops, take some pictures before we would accept the return. But ultimately, we did accept the return because you really don't have a choice.
No. But I didn't, the pictures he sent also, so just a little bit of whatever, the pictures he sent were just of the box. You couldn't see the label. Mm-hmm. Really. I mean, you couldn't make out what the label said. It was there, but you couldn't make out what it said.
Yep. So, end of the day, we ended up having to take the return, and we figured we'd get them back, and we would probably, if they were damaged, they were damaged, and we were just going to have to eat it. We were probably just going to throw them in a dumpster. It sucks, but it's part of doing business. But we got them back, and we opened them up, and one, it wasn't even our shipping label. Like on the he took our box and put it inside a bigger box and shipped it back to us. And when we got it back and opened it up, the box inside wasn't even the one we sent him. Wasn't our shipping label.
Wasn't our box.
Wasn't our box.
Wasn't our product.
And we opened it up and it wasn't our encyclopedias. It was very close. They looked the same,
They did.
but they were wrapped in bundles of like 5 books with saran wrap. And they were a completely different year than ours.
Yep.
Same brand, same look,
Yep.
different encyclopedias.
Yeah, so I opened it up, and I will say, if you watched her previous video, I had my RBR out.
Yeah, she was not happy, and I wasn't happy either. That basically he was. At that point, though, I was still giving him the benefit of the doubt. I figured maybe he ordered 2 sets and returned them both, which is crappy. He shouldn't be doing that anyway. But maybe he sent ours to the guy that these were from, and sent his to us, so we just got the wrong ones. And I was still kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt, although he had been a difficult person to deal with from the moment he got them.
He had been, because I specifically asked, like, I didn't want him to return them without verifying that they were actually damaged. So I asked him to open up the box and verify. And he's like, I work 2 jobs. This is not worth my time. I just want to return them.
Yep. He was being crappy from the moment he got him. I mean, he was just not being a decent person to deal with. Now, when we got them, we verified they were not ours. Like, we had to double check because they looked very similar. Mm-hmm. But they were definitely not ours. The shipping label's not ours. The box is not ours. The encyclopedias were 3 or 4 years prior.
7. Ours were 1979, older. And he returned like 1972 or 73. Okay. So 6 to 7 years.
So it was a much older set, and I don't even think the same amount of books was in the box. I would have to.
No,
go
it
count.
was. It was
was
A.
It
Yeah, it was set? Like A through whatever. So yes.
So we ended up with different product. He didn't return what we sent him.
So I did message him, though, as soon as we got them back, and I said, did you order 2 sets of encyclopedias and send them back to the wrong person? And he's like, I don't remember the specific conversation. I'd have to pull it up and read it, and I don't want to do that. But he's like, oh, maybe, la, 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 can I reach out to the other buyer and you can ship them on?
Yeah. And all of a sudden, he was easy to deal with. Now
he wants us to do stuff for him.
Now he's being nice. He's also giving us sob stories about, we have a major health thing in the family.
Yep.
All the things you get when they're trying to get a lowball offer, basically. The same things. It's, my life is horrible. Everything's going wrong, blah, blah, blah. And I was empathetic. Like, I was, because we had a couple options when we were dealing with eBay. We did have to reach out to eBay.
I did.
Through the number and had them call us back. We talked to them. They gave us a couple options. Basically, sign an affidavit saying what you got back was not what you sent.
Yep, and they would. So my frustration with this was sign the affidavit, say you didn't get what you wanted, or what you had shipped to him. He shipped back the wrong thing, and they would close the case in our favor and not refund him.
Yep. And then the other option was basically they were going to close it in our case, or close the case in our favor, but they would just refund him and us.
Yep.
And we would just be done with it. We chose, this is where we disagreed a little bit, because I was still playing sympathetic a little bit. I was like, okay, maybe everything in his life is on fire. Let's go ahead and just close it and give him the benefit of the doubt. But then the more he talked, the more I was like, I don't like this person. And like I said, from the very beginning, he wouldn't work with us.
Nope.
And then he was just kind of contentious through the whole thing, unless it suited him to be decent for a moment, so he'd get what he wanted. So we did go the route of signing the affidavit, swearing to sending eBay the information as far as what we got back and all that. And then, according to eBay, they were going to close the case in our favor, refund us, and not him. But that's not how it worked out.
No, I was very perturbed. Is that the right word? When I got the email saying, because they said it would take a bit. Once you send the affidavit in, they would confirm they got the affidavit, and then they would close the case. I was very perturbed when we got the message that said they had closed the case, but they had refunded the customer.
Yep. So once again, eBay went ahead and protected the buyer and pacified the buyer and gave him his money back, even though I think after all the messages, when it was all said and done, I think he just ordered like 4 sets of encyclopedias, picked the one he wanted the best, and then sent everybody else's back. Or he was actually, I don't know what his purpose for doing it was. Like, what a hassle to have to return 60-pound boxes.
Is he trying to get I wonder if he's trying to get every year of the encyclopedia. I don't know.
I genuinely don't know what his issue was. He may have mixed us up. He may have sent, somebody else's box might have got damaged and he thought it was ours that was damaged and just returned the wrong one. I don't know what the case was, but in no way should eBay be refunding these buyers that are doing this stuff.
No.
I don't understand how they keep doing it.
To me, that's just creating more opportunities for people to commit fraud.
Yep.
Or fraud, or, say, hey, I didn't get my stuff, even though it shows it was delivered, and they refund them anyway. I don't get why eBay would want to lose money. Losing one out of, 5 million customers,
Now, I mean, essentially by signing the affidavit and going the route we did, we basically reported that buyer. So
Yes.
he's got a ding on his account. They're going to be watching him. He's not going to get away with that too many more times before he loses that account.
Yes.
And we've been made whole. So I suppose in eBay's mind, we don't really have anything to complain about. And we're not. But it does perturb me a little bit that somebody can...
Using my word.
Yeah, that somebody can actually go run a scam like that or do whatever he's doing and get away with it and get his money back. I don't like that. But again, we've been made whole, so we're moving on. It's just...
It's frustrating.
Like, we really didn't have much ground to stand on because I mean, they can return anything they want. He could have returned a feather pillow. Like, it wouldn't have made any difference at all. And they could still get their money back. Like, that, to me, doesn't sound like a very good way for eBay to be doing business. When we ran our Shopify store, we determined what returns we would accept.
Yep.
If they returned something other than what we sent them,
We didn't refund them.
we didn't refund them. And when they disputed it as a credit card at their credit card company,
We
we
would
would
win.
fight it, and we would almost always win because we have a strong policy. We have all the photos. We have all the communication.
Yep.
We didn't do anything over the phone. We did it all in writing. And we would almost always win those cases. And so would eBay if they ever decided to say, you know, sometimes a jerk is just a jerk.
Sometimes fraudsters are just fraudsters.
Yep. So, all right. That's enough. That was our big scam.
It was.
Our big fraud case.
It was still.
It was 3 days of frustration and just nonsense that didn't have to happen.
The encyclopedias are still sitting in the back of the truck.
Yeah, they're still in my truck because they are like 60
But
pounds and I don't want to move them.
On the last piece of it, he did message us and say, hey, can I work with you to figure out how to send these back to this other person?
Nope.
Nope.
We're done.
You already got your money back? I don't need to do anything.
Yep. If his life really is on fire as much as he says it is right now, what's one more fire? He ain't even going to notice.
And I did do a thing that I don't do to a whole lot of buyers. I did block him.
Yeah, he'll never buy encyclopedias from us again.
I don't know if I ever want. That's the second set of encyclopedias we've sold.
Yeah. Well, we get them for nothing. Like that whole set we got for free, and we made money on the extension pieces of it.
Yep.
So
I
we
still
had
have
already
one set.
made money, and then an extra $70-some for selling the box. I didn't mind doing it,
No.
but they are a pain to ship.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's that. All right, what's sold next?
We sold, it's not makeup. It's kind of like makeup, but it's not makeup. It is Tatcha. This was that stuff that I got at that one estate sale, remember?
What'd you teach me?
I didn't touch.
You taught you what?
This is Tatcha Ageless Revitalizing Eye Cream. Do I need that?
I might need some of that. Give her some crow's feet.
You don't have crow's feet. You have
What do I have?
wrinkles.
Just wrinkles.
And
Just
maybe,
old. I'm
and
just
maybe
old.
some bags.
All right,
That
so
was mean.
Tatcha.
So this one was a good one.
That's tiny little jar.
Yeah. You want to take a guess what it sold for?
I don't know. I'd say $30.
No. $21.99
Oh,
plus
so
shipping.
that's not that good. But so tiny, 4x4
But I've
by 4
already-
box.
Yep, but I've already paid for the whole thing that I bought with the first one that I sold.
All right, what do you got next?
Next, we sold some patches. These are getting low. Like I'm getting out of them.
We're still selling patches. Chevy patches are doing well for
They
us.
are. I have some more patches back here that I need to list.
Yep.
But it's a lady, came in and bought two patches. She bought the Chevy bow tie embroidered patch, and she bought the Chevy Super Service patch.
Yep, so it's these two here,
And they were $9.99 a piece.
and those will just get thrown in an envelope
Yep.
and head out for, patches can go eBay standard envelope.
Yep.
So
We did look that up. As long as they're within a certain
size.
size and
Yep.
fit into an envelope and all that stuff. So, yep, $20 for two patches.
All right, so the next topic we're going to talk about is Pirate Ship. We actually use Pirate Ship quite a bit for different stuff. We use Pirate Ship for shipping everything we sell off of eBay, like on Shop Commons or anything like that. We use Pirate Ship to ship because they have really good rates.
Yep.
Same as eBay, sometimes even better.
Yep, and I will say we do use Pirate Ship for anything that is higher dollar.
Yeah.
Just because, granted, I'm going to preface this with a piece. We have never had to file a claim on Pirate Ship.
No, not like a damage claim.
Yeah.
We haven't. But the one thing I do know about Pirate Ship is different than eBay. If you had a package damaged that shipped through eBay, you have to kind of handle it through eBay because eBay's the one that shipped it. It's kind of a pain to deal with, but on Pirate Ship, you handle it directly with Pirate Ship.
Yep.
And Pirate Ship is way better at handling issues than eBay is. Way less bureaucracy involved, way less hoops to jump through. Like, Pirate Ship will almost always side with you, the customer.
I did have to file somewhat a claim with Pirate Ship. It wasn't really a claim, but we had gotten
overage.
Yeah, we had gotten hit with an overage charge on a package that I know did not ship priority because I don't use priority boxes.
The post office came back and said that we had shipped it in a priority box when we didn't. And Pirate Ship did side with us on that.
Yep. So it took about 2 weeks for them to do their stuff, but they did refund us back the overage that they had charged us. So it was actually really nice. But
in this case, we're shipping a big ribbon machine for our daughter.
Yep.
Like, she sold it through her eBay account and everything, and she's shipping it through her Pirate Ship account. Actually,
she is.
She sent us the label.
Why did we have it?
She was trying to sell through eBay with local pickup because they couldn't figure out how to pack it. So they sent it home with us to pack.
The Pack Master.
Which we did. It ended up weighing like 38 pounds, and it's a massive box. But because it's such a high dollar thing, and it's such a big, clumsy box, shipping companies, when it's heavy and big, they tend to abuse them, especially if it's not something that's strapped to a pallet. So just to be on the safe side, we decided to do it through Pirate Ship. That way, if there is a problem, we can handle it directly with Pirate Ship, which is a much more pleasant situation than trying to handle it through USPS.
I did have to have her cancel a label and get a new one, though, because she initially did it through UPS Ground Saver. And Ground Saver, I think, is the one where it goes sure post, which means sometimes because it's only 40 pounds, the post office can deliver it. But I know how well post office people like to have big packages, so I just specifically told her go in and cancel it and just ship it UPS Ground. Like, there's no post office involved in it. It just goes 100% through UPS.
Yeah, if our post guy ended up with a package like that, he would put it in the driveway and run it over just for spite. I mean, he's just that way.
He would. So if you get an option to use Pirate Ship,
at least that's our feeling on it.
Yes.
How are your guys' experience with USPS, UPS versus dealing with Pirate Ship directly? Because ours has always been very positive with Pirate Ship.
Yep, it has been. And we don't have our eBay store linked to Pirate Ship. I know there are some people that do that. That seems, I don't know. I haven't figured out how to do it yet.
I don't think it's that hard, but it is nice to have that as an alternative, especially when we're shipping other things. So. So that's that, Pirate Ship. Let us know your experience with that, and if you guys have the same views on that, or if you guys see that differently. Are we thinking about that wrong?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if we are, because we're never wrong.
Let us know in the comments. We're never wrong.
No, I'm just kidding.
We could be wrong about that.
We could be.
All right, so what's sold next?
We sold Rainbow High. We sold a 2022 Rainbow High Rainbow Vision Divas. I don't even know if I'm going to say this right. Aisha Sterling doll.
Did we get this at that New Bin store?
Nope.
Where'd
Those
this
were
come
the ones
from?
that, remember, I stopped in Del Rapids and picked that up from that guy. I got 4 of them.
Okay.
I still have 3 left.
So these are fairly new.
I only bought them because the one doll is worth $100 and some. She hasn't sold yet, but she will.
All right. So she's fancy. And what did she sell for?
$25 plus shipping.
One going out. That'll probably just go in a VCR box.
Yep. And I only have $35 in all 4 of them, so I'm almost whole.
All right. Looks like the next one will probably go in a VCR box too. What do you got?
It is something. Corey was like a kid in a candy store with these when we saw him. Do you remember where we picked him up?
Yeah, there was a garage sale with an old guy that was a collector, and he had just...
He was a teacher.
Well, he was a collector too. He had a whole garage full of this kind of stuff.
Dioramas.
Yep, and that's what he did. He's built dioramas out of them, but he had a lot of old Western sets, a lot of old Roman sets. And
we bought 2 of these from them. They're different, but this is a vintage Toy Street Wild West fort and playset. It is not complete, but it is near complete.
Yep. So stuff like this, he had a ton of them.
Yep.
And they were all vintage old ones. Like, he had some really cool stuff back there. He did have a lot of old, like, G.I. Joe sets and stuff too, but he said, "Do you want to go see my collection?" I was like, "Yeah."
Corey was like getting a candy store back in there. He's like, oh my gosh, if he ever sells that.
Yeah, we did leave a name and a number with him, but you can see like it's all made in the USA. It's all old stuff, and he had a really cool collection. He had a whole back garage full of it.
The little figures that are in there, the little Indians and cowboys, is that what they are? Cavalrymen and Indians.
There you go.
They're all still on the,
There might be
what do
a
they call
cowboy
it?
in there.
Spit, whatever.
Oh,
There's like when you get the things from
they're on the plastic.
They're still attached to the plastic skeleton.
So what's the Wild West fort and playset? So
It sold for $44.99.
there you go. All right, now this topic is not my topic. I had nothing to do with this topic. Teresa is involved in a lot of the different reseller Facebook groups, which I highly discourage anyone from being in, because Facebook groups in general are just pretty toxic, horrible places.
Not all of them.
Every one of them.
I like a couple of them I'm in. There's one that I won't name that it is, people are really rude in there.
Facebook groups are just made for angry people to join.
I am in one that somebody, all they do is push their business.
Yeah. The topic came from one of those groups. It's not an angry topic, but I think it would actually turn into a bit of a whiny match in the group. But it was appropriate packing materials. I think somebody was complaining about packing material somebody used or something.
Yep. So what is appropriate packing material to make your business look authentic? Is that not authentic? Legit?
Well, I think your business is legit no matter what you use, but yes, there is a certain level of professionalism that you want to...
That's the word I was thinking of, professionalism, that you want to use when packing your stuff. You know, like we use...
I think the conversation in the group, according to what you were telling me, is it started because somebody used diapers
Somebody
to pack.
asked if they can use Depends to pack glass stuff.
Well, that depends.
That's what somebody said.
Do you want your customer to think you're nuts?
Yeah, like I if I got a package and my item was wrapped in a Depends or a diaper, I would be pissed.
Nice choice of words.
But yeah, I mean, what is appropriate packing material?
Yeah, I don't want to order a coffee cup and have it show up like surrounded and packed in old banana peels or something. Like you do expect a little bit of professionalism, especially if you're doing this as a business, as a job. I can see using old newspapers if you're just somebody that packed and you're selling a few items here and there. You're not going to go buy bubble wrap and packing paper. I get that, and so do most people, I think.
Yep.
But if you're doing this like we're doing this as a living, take the time to actually get packing paper and bubble wrap and boxes. That was another part you guys were talking about, is somebody was asking, can you ship in old like
alcohol,
beer boxes and stuff like that?
Wine boxes. 1,
no. 2, why? Why would you do that?
No, and even when we were using, I mean, we still do use every once in a while.
We'll use used boxes.
Yeah, used boxes. When we do, we flip them inside out.
Yeah, I'm not... Well, even if you flipped it inside out, I'm not going to use an alcohol box to ship somebody something.
No, I don't think you can. I think it's against the law.
So
even if it's not alcohol in it, it's against the law to use the box.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it's against my laws at the very least. I'm not doing
it.
It
is. So, when I think of appropriate packing material, I think of, bubble wrap, paper, styrofoam, foam in general. We have used foam in general. I'm pretty sure the bow machine has a piece of green foam in the bottom of it. It does.
Like a big thing of chair foam for making chair seats and stuff.
My opinion, keep in mind, this is my opinion, don't ship in used clothing. Don't use Depends or diapers or crap like that. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel if I got a package in the mail and it had Depends or somebody's underwear wrapped around my crap.
Well, I get, if you're just selling something on eBay and you're never going to sell anything again and you just want to make sure it gets there safely, use whatever you got. Old long clippings really doesn't matter, because you never have to worry about selling on eBay again, and a bad review isn't going to hurt you.
Nope.
And you're not trying to get more customers. That was your one and only thing. But if you want to do this long term, or if you even want to do it for a little while, you might want to take time to actually use decent packing materials.
Yep.
At least make sure when they get it and they open it up, they're not like, put it this way, ask a friend, if you open this package, what would you say? And if they say, what the, then don't do that. Don't use that. Use something else.
I'm sorry. Who are you going to ask, me? Yeah, I agree. Like, if I'm going to, or think of it to yourself. If you got this package in the mail and you opened it, what would you do? What would you say?
I gotta ask a friend. Ask a friend. Because if you're packing in Pampers and Depends, your judgment is already not. So ask a
Not
friend.
right.
Because sometimes it's hard to see, like if it's just you. Sometimes your judgment's not that great. So I do recommend ask a friend.
Phone a friend.
Yeah. Post it in a Facebook group and see what happens. If it just gets nasty, you know.
Somebody did say in the group, though, you should sell them. They're worth money. No, I don't think I've ever sold Depends. I've sold underwear, but I've never sold diapers,
Yeah.
adult or baby.
All right. So what's sold next?
We sold a pack of cards, and it's to a repeat buyer. We sold a pack of 1988 Topps Football Cello Pack, 30 count, Bo Jackson rookie cards.
That's these. This is not the jumbo pack, right?
No.
This
Nope.
is not the jumbo pack. So there is a stick of gum in that one.
Ugh, don't try it.
It's a stick of pink powder that's, yeah.
Ugh, it's gross. Trust me. I had to try it when we opened up some boxes just out of curiosity, and it's not good.
So what's that going out for?
Those sold for full price at $8.99.
There you go.
And we got a review recently from somebody who bought a pack of these cards, and he said he got some pretty good cards out of it.
Well, there was a lot of rookies that year. That was Testaverde and Jackson, and there was a couple more rookies that year too. So that's
Joe
a good.
Montana in there?
Well, yeah, he's in there. He was playing, but that's not his rookie card. Joe Montana was probably already 30 at that time.
Okay, the last thing we sold, I listed this, and it sold within what did I calculate up? 15 minutes?
Yeah, it was quick.
So I've been starting to list my Department 56 from my second buy because I finished listing everything from my first buy. And this is a Department 56 retired Dickens Village ale mates.
Yep, two guys with some whiskey
Beer.
barrels or ale
ale.
barrels.
Yep. But it sold.
Cures what ails you.
It sold for $14.99 plus shipping.
Yep.
And I was shocked that it sold so fast. This is the second time I've sold this, though. Not this specific one, but I sold it out of one of our first lots that we bought, too.
So there you go.
Department 56, it's for you.
It's for you. Is that their new slogan?
No, that's my slogan.
All right,
Buy it.
I think that's all we got.
It is.
I think that's it for today. So we're going to get out of here and we'll see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.